Tell you what it says. All right, we're gonna bring it. Everybody knows that activism is on the rise all across the globe, and certainly in the United States of America.
You're live now?
Millions of people are on the streets, enraged, getting educated, engaging about the issues that they care about. Of course, the most important thing is not to just do that on your computer, clicking through things, but to actually leave your house and participate in the streets. We saw a resurgence of that all summer long. So while sharing environmental messages and doing petitions online is important, with your Wi-Fi, on your couch, it's most important, I think, to engage with the grassroots, with your community groups that are your climate action groups that are all around you right now, and volunteer your time to do that.
Earlier this month, Shailene Woodley was arrested while peacefully protesting and protecting the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. Oh, it does. Oh my God, it looks terrible on camera, I'm sure. Here comes my next roll. Her presence, Shailene's presence and perseverance, along with other activists and a united group of indigenous peoples, temporarily stalled the pipeline, but the fight is not over, and construction is set to resume. As Shailene has urged, we must all stand with Standing Rock Indian Reservation and raise our voices to protect its people and its resources, because it's just a microcosm of what's happening all over the world. And now, here's a representation of Standing Rock and the Red Nation, artist Jonelle Romero.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to be in the territory of the original people of this land, the Tongva, the Gabrielinos, and the Chumash. I personally am very grateful to be here amongst all my fellow actors, directors, and producers. And also, the Academy invited me as a university to be a part of this year, which I don't take for granted, which I am taking this very seriously and bringing our voices to the industry. I'd like to honor all my brothers and sisters that are here right now, my Native brothers and sisters that are here right now, that I see your faces and your beauty. And I'd like to honor everyone else that's here right now. And if you find it in your heart to stand up, this is one of the oldest, sacred, most traditional Lakota songs. It's the Thunderbeam song. It's the water song. Our first medicine was that of water. We were in our mother's womb in water. We were born out of water. So this sacred water is very, very, very important, this Maniwakam. So I ask you, humbly, when you drink your water every day, to say a prayer for your grandchildren, your children, your ancestors. And I'm going to sing a song for you now. If you'd like to stand, that would be awesome. To honor all of your ancestors. This is the most sacred, sacred song. We opiata wakiano yatewa kola mankian pampelo we lechiaya kola mankian pampelo pampelo, we are here. Let ya cola bankian pampelo. Let ya cola bankian pampelo. We are beata bankiano ya tewa cola bankian pampelo. We are here. Let ya cola bankian pampelo. Let ya Cola monkey on Pompelo, way I heyo. Let ya cola monkey on Pompelo. Let ya cola monkey on Pompelo. We are beata macchiato ya te wa cola monkey on Pompelo, way I heyo. Let ya Pompelo, let ya cola macchiam Pompelo, we are beata macchiato ya te wa cola macchiam Pompelo, we are hail.
Hey, 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 hey!
Jonelle, one more time. So, I met Shailene Woodley on the trail as a fellow Bernie Sanders surrogate, campaigning all across America for the political revolution. But the truth is, actually, I first heard of Shailene Woodley because she nominated me for GQ Man of the Year. And I thought, who is this completely insane person? But I think that's a true story, actually. For all of you who didn't think that was possible. But that's enough. Because Shailene is a person who they're coming for us now. But it's no joke, actually. Today at Standing Rock, we had over 100 arrests. And people were pepper sprayed and beaten. And those videos are out on Facebook, and you can find them. Where is CNN? Where is MSNBC? Where is Fox? Where is the major media that needs to be covering that story as we have human rights abuses against America? The reason why I know it, let me tell you, the reason why I know about Standing Rock is Shailene Woodley. Shailene Woodley is the person who came and said, you've got to pay attention to this, Josh. You've got to come to our rally in Union Square. You've got to come out. And it was a long summer with months and months and months and months of campaigning. But there was an urgency in her voice that only comes when you really absolutely mean what you say. And that's the thing I know about Shailene Woodley. She always has this incredible poise, incredible grace, incredible urgency and compassion in the way that she speaks about the things that she speaks about. And we all owe her a huge debt of gratitude. I'm very proud to say that she's my friend. And I'm proud to stand with her and stand with Standing Rock tonight.
Before we bring Shailene out, it would be remiss of me not to mention what we are all doing tomorrow. At MacArthur Park at 4:30 in the afternoon, there is a climate revolution. There will be 12 people speaking about not only climate change, but issues ranging from indigenous issues to social justice to what's been going on in the media. I invite you all to come. You can go to how to look a movie. howtoletgomovie.com and get the information, because we're going to be in the park. You'll hear these amazing speakers, and then Josh's movie is going to screen under the stars at 7:30 in the evening. And if you bring a blanket or a pillow, you can be on the blanket and the pillow. We'll watch the movie, and afterwards we are going to collect all those blankets and pillows, wash them, and give them to the homeless people in Los Angeles. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's happening tomorrow at MacArthur Park. So, back to Emma. This year, for the first time ever, Emma is presenting 2 future awards, recognizing both a woman and a man. And that's a wonderful thing, because it only stresses how important the future is, the future generation, for the causes that are here and now. So please welcome your female future award recipient, my dear friend and warrior goddess, Shailene Woodley.
How beautiful and lovely this is, and how crazy it is that in October we can sit outside this late at night and kind of be hot, not chilly at all. That's just a little bizarre. I'm from LA, and I don't remember Octobers being like this when I was a kid. Wow. I have a lot to say. Before I do that, I would like to take a moment, and I invite you to join me in closing our eyes and remembering why we're here, why we're really here. Beyond the dresses, beyond our speeches, beyond the wonderful presentations, but what our real intention as human beings and the contracts that we decided to make right now. So if you guys would join me in closing my eyes, I'm going to ask my Dine brother, Lehigh Sanchez, to lead us in a prayer.
Yate, I come from the Dene Nation, which is northern Arizona. I'm here with my brother Joey, who's actually from the Apaches. We're actually ancient enemies, believe it or not, and now look at us. We're buddies. And my sister Shay, and Janelle, who I'm happy to see here. My given name is Thunder Voice Eagle. So tonight I'd like to offer a prayer, if you allow me. Oreha ina le jara tenga sende beko mara. Ko ape ko liape. Ko hinte. Father Creator, who is in heaven, we're grateful to be here this day. And under open skies, we offer a prayer of thanks. To give thanks for all those who have showed up today, who have followed their heart to be here. For those that have sacrificed. We are grateful for all that we have in this beautiful Mother Earth. And we stand as guardians still to protect what is sacred. We have tried hard throughout all these years to honor our mother. And we have done the best that we can. And now with our brothers and sisters, we band together to save what is sacred. I ask that these people who have come today and who are in the reach of my voice may be blessed to have the strength and knowledge that they need to continue forward. We also pray for those who many may see as the offenders, the policemen, and also for the Army, for those who are in the service who are doing their job. We ask that their hearts may be open and that we do understand that they are doing their job. But help us also to have a heart at peace as we move forward, that we may have a new beginning within us as we continue down this new path together as brothers and sisters. I say these things, Hede Kirito, Haupesha. Amen. Thank you.
Similar to Dea and Josh, I anticipated coming up here and talking about activism and participation, and not so much focus on Standing Rock. But I got a text while I was at this dinner from my friends who are on the ground still. I'm gonna get very emotional, you guys, because this is a very real thing that we are dealing with. And the time is not tomorrow. The time is now. For the first time in history, Native American tribes are uniting not only with non-Native allies, but with themselves. Because what a lot of us don't realize is that before colonization, Native American tribes, many of them were at war with one another. There is a profound healing that is happening on our planet. And a lot of that healing is because indigenous people are standing on the front lines, strong and brave, and with their fists open. There's been a misconception that we have to fight with knives by our sides and with anger and with violence. And what we are seeing right now at Standing Rock is that thousands of people are committed to fighting and winning a battle against corporate greed with nothing but love and compassion, prayer and ceremony. And my brothers and sisters and your brothers and sisters, 108 of them got arrested today for protecting clean water for not only those of us who are alive right now, but those of us who are to come, for my future babies. The fact that this has not been brought up in any of our debates, 40 years from now, which is what's on the Democratic platform, going from coal to natural gas, transitioning from coal to natural gas to renewable energy, we don't have 40 years. Because in 40 years, I'm going to be in my 60s. And I want to make sure that my grandbabies don't have to buy a bottle of water for $20 because clean water is impossible to find. I want to make sure that when they're driving down the road and they see a river or a bubbling creek, that they can pull off in their car and jump in it. Because guess what? We can't do that right now. Our rivers are not going to be contaminated. They are contaminated. This is a grave issue, and we have people on the front lines being thrown in jail. Their First Amendment, I was thrown in jail. Guys, I was peacefully protesting. I didn't plan to get arrested. The day I got arrested, there was 26 others who got arrested. But I was doing what 300 other people were doing, and not any of them got arrested. I got singled out. I had a Facebook live feed going with over 40,000 people watching. And I was the only person out of 300 people who got arrested for doing that. So there's obviously, a big desire to keep this silent. But I'm calling out everyone in this room tonight. Show up. Don't just tweet about it. Don't just feed off of me getting arrested. Go to Standing Rock. Go to Standing Rock. Each and every one of you, if you can. Because guess what? It's not scary. I've been there. I was there when I got there. There was 35 people on the ground. I stayed for a month and a half living with them. And by the time I left, there was over 8,000. In a month and a half, 8,000 people without a lot of money, without the privilege that a lot of us in this room have, somehow made it to Standing Rock and have survived in the cold because they believe in a fight that is about love. For a long time, we've had this narrative of us against them, us against Big Pharma, us against Monsanto, us against the fossil fuel industry. But that's not getting us anywhere. The reason why Indigenous people are making a difference is not only because they're the first people most of the time in other marginalized communities to get affected by climate change and by the fossil fuel industry, but because they're standing and they're praying. And what that prayer does is change the narrative from us against them to us with them. Because I guarantee you, those people in those seats at those oil companies who are building this DAPL pipeline, they're just trying to do what's best for their kid. They just might not know things that maybe we know. And so if we unite together and hold that ceremony and we hold that passion in love and in compassion, that is how we're going to make a difference. It's important to go green. I'm not saying it's not. It's important not to use plastic. It's important. But what's really important is standing up and making our voices so loud that they have no choice to ignore us. No choice. They say it's impossible. It's only impossible if we allow that. So all of us in this room, we have the ability. Go to Standing Rock. All of you journalists, all of you who are involved in the media, all of you actors, all of you artists, the time is now. We don't have any more time. We cannot let this suppression continue, not only on the Indigenous communities of our world, but on the future children. And we are all here tonight because we are honoring our ancestors who worked really hard to give us the lives that we have. And it is our responsibility to not only honor them now, but to continue to honor them so that our future children have a world where they don't just have to scrape by and survive, but where they can thrive. We have to stop resisting love, and we have to start living with love in every moment. We're not going to save the earth until we realize we are earth. It starts with us humans. We got to treat each other with kindness and with respect. So whatever your ceremony is, whatever your prayer is, whatever entity you pray to, find it within yourself to do it a little bit every single day, a little bit more, so that you lead a more compassionate life, because the ripple effect of that is what is going to save our oceans. It is what's going to save our planet. And it's what's going to save our race and my future babies. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having us.
She's an Emma Board member.